have at least 9 months left, perhaps as much as 18.
The first doctor gave me from 1 to 2 years.
I hope he's right. What are you going to do?
Well, I have no family. Haven't taken a day off since law school. Guess I'll try to squeeze 30 years of living in or 2.
I'm looking for Shepard. You wouldn't be her.
Ah, no. He is a man. I am from the flower shop next door. Monsieur Shepard is to the beach.
This Monsieur Shepard, would he be about my age? With brown hair, brown eyes, lots of teeth?
Oui? You know him?
I once thought I did.
Me too. He's to be found under a... Qu'est-ce que c'est la parole? Parapluie?
Umbrella?
Umbrello.
Oh, well, I saw so many. Which one?
It's the only one to have such polka spots.
Polka dots.
Oui, polka dots.
Knight to king, bishop 3.
Paul! Paul Bryant, I don't believe it. How are you?
Fine. A little bit overdressed, but fine. I don't have to ask how you are.
Sweet life. But what brings you to Porto?
I got the word that this is where it's happening.
Well, you got it right, but I never thought you were the type to hear it.
As long as you did, kick the sand out of your shoes, sit down, and come meet my friends.
Thanks.
Fräulein Elsa Brandt, Mademoiselle Poussette Clément, this is Paul Bryant, Scourge of Stanford Law.
How do you do?
Elsa speaks nothing but German, and Poussette speaks only French. It's a nice arrangement. You see, they can't communicate with each other.
Just with you, huh?
Where are you staying?
Well, that's where you come in.
I do?
Sure, there's not a vacancy in town. I was looking for a hotel when I saw your, office.
Paul, solving problems for American tourists, that's my profession. But helping an old buddy from the farm, that's my pleasure.
Thanks.
Tell you what, I'll put you up at my place. I call it the Chateau d'If. It's got all the modern conveniences. Wall-to-wall floor, air-conditioned roof. It's cheap, but you pay for it.
Mark! Mark! A wealthy rich lady is looking to see you.
Wealthy rich one?
She's American.
Oh, all Americans are wealthy rich. Ich komme zurück, mein Liebling. Attends-moi, chérie. Come on.
Ça va, c'est un gentil garçon. Je te passe pas une glace, tu me fais nur
Is this the lady's car?
Oui, it was driving her.
I believe it.
Now, don't tell me, let me guess. Before? After?
Just a little demonstration of the Shepherd method. By the way, I'm Shepherd.
You had to be. I'm Mame Houston.
How do you do?
I like your pitch, young man. And from the looks of this place, you've got to be honest.
It's just a front.
My little girl and I are seeing Europe first. We just hit Port d'Or and we need a guide. What's the going price?
Well, there's a choice of tours, ma'am. There's Port d'Or by day, Port d'Or by night, historic landmarks.
Oh,
then...
we've had the historic landmark bit all the way from Copenhagen.
Ah, what you want is Port d'Or by night. Exotic entertainments, martinis by moonlight, the soft, subtle sounds of the surf against the frantic rhythm of the crew.
That's the one.
Good, good. Oh, by the way, the young lady next door would be happy to babysit with your little girl.
Oh, so would you. She's 21. And she's also 36, 22, 35.
Well, madam, Shepherd service, why, it's for everyone. And it wouldn't matter if she was 36 and also 21, 21, 21. And the price, why, the price is a mere $10 an hour.
For both of you?
Both of us?
Well, there are two of us.
I'm afraid if he goes along, why, the rate would have to be doubled. $20 an hour? Hey, wait a minute. I hope that's not too much.
Certainly not. It sounds like a bargain.
Good.
Well, we'll be expecting both of you at the Hotel d'Azur at 8 o'clock sharp.
We'll be there. If you would care to step in my office, old buddy, I think we can discuss a little business.
Well, I hate to disappoint you, but I came here looking for almost anything but employment.
Look, if you got plans for tonight...
No, but...
I found you a place to stay, didn't I? Well, this is the least you could do for me.
Yeah, but what about your partner?
Associate. Besides, you got married last month and went back to the States. You'd be good at it, Paul, you really would. That scarf, for example, that's a good touch. And what I need is a new associate, so don't say no.
No. What do you need an associate for?
To watch the store. Some pretty odd jobs come my way, and I wind up in places like Tangiers, Dar es Salaam. Last summer, I was in Kashmir when suddenly somebody started dropping bombs on me.
You're not selling me.
It's a sweet life, Paul. Every job is something new, something unexpected.
Yeah.
And last year, I wound up $385 ahead. Now, that beats working.
I'm retired.
At your age? Come on, you must be broke.
Wrong man.
Do you have $1 million?
No.
Oh, then you need a job. You need this job. And you need a place to stay.
Okay. I'll help you out. But just this time.
I wouldn't be too sure, buddy. You may just get hooked.
Oh, thank you.
Mighty welcome, ma'am. My name's Abe Lincoln.
I believe it.
I usually get quite a reaction when I say that. Like folks say, you look different with a shave. Oh, where is your shawl? Or they thought I'd been shot. You know, as though they confused me with Abraham Lincoln, the great emancipator.
Well, that's quite a handle.
Oh, I've kept it clean. Honest Abe Lincoln used cars.
Oh, no.
Yes, we have them on the Riviera, too. Of course, the name isn't really Lincoln. But folks sort of nicknamed me that because of the resemblance. And then when I got in the used car business, they made it Honest Abe on account of me being so honest.
Naturally. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Well, you haven't heard my proposition yet.
What, that all men are created equal?
Well, no, I mean about your car. I'd like to buy it.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's not for sale.
I'll pay you $4,000 for it, American.
I could get double that in the States.
Yeah, but your dollar is worth more to you in France. Besides which, you know, that car of yours has been taking quite a beating on these European roads. It'll save you all the trouble of shipping it.
No trouble at all. My daughter and I are sailing on the SS Trianon on the 18th, and I've already made arrangements to take the car with us.
$4,500.
Sorry, Abe, no deal.
She's our best bet. They sail on the 18th from here with the car.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah, I'll hit the horn twice if either of them come out.
Okay. Now remember, Shepherd means courtesy. And in wearing the dinner jacket and cummerbund of Shepherd Incorporated, you'll be expected to conduct yourself in the Shepherd tradition.
Oh, Mark, I'm really grateful for the chance to show what I can do. I know what hard, responsible work it is. But I'm going to do my best to eat dinner, drink cocktails, and dance with girls.
Which brings us to another point. You see, Mrs. Houston wants to make sure that her daughter has a good time. So I'll attend to that and leave Mrs. Houston to you.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, don't you think that Mrs. Houston, who's paying the bills, will naturally expect the attention of Shepherd himself? Why me? With all your experience, your knowledge of the terrain.
Sorry, but the senior member of our firm makes all the assignments.
Your firm, not ours, remember?
For all I guarantee, you're going to change your mind after tonight. It'll be like a holiday with pay. If you take half the load, we'll both be able to relax. Take it easy.
Take 3 matches.
What for?
See who gets Mrs. Houston and who gets 36, 22, 35.
You call.
Even.
Go. Best 2 out of 3?
Could that be the daughter?
Well, the whole column of figures is there, but they don't seem to add up.
Well, here we are, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Marcia, baby, here are those 2 handsome things I was telling you about.
Marcia?
She's a slow starter. This one's Shepherd. I never did get your first name, Clyde.
Mark.
Oh.
How do you do, Mr. Shepherd?
How do you do?
Oh, come on, baby. Loosen up. Let's have ourselves some fun.
I'm Paul Bryan.
Mr. Bryan?
How do you do?
I'm afraid my baby and I have had a little difference of opinion. She wanted to take tomorrow's boat home, and I didn't, and we're not. Well, let's eat. As Napoleon said, I can't fight on an empty stomach.
I hope you're not confusing yourself with Napoleon, Mother. He was a strategist.
All right, so my strategy's a flop. But do we have to have the Russian winter, too?
No, let's go. You know, your daughter's a charmer.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, this really isn't your fault.
I was hoping it wasn't.
But don't expect me to have a good time.
I promise not to.
Swell. Then that's settled. Let's all go out and have a lousy time.
Oh, would you like a corsage?
Thank you, I don't wear flowers.
I better take a look under the hood.
No, who needs it? We'll take a taxi. Hey, mechanic! You, mechanic! Over here!
Oh, you got trouble?
We got trouble. The car won't start.
Well, maybe there's something wrong with the engine.
You are our man.
Lift the hood.
Wouldn't you know this would happen on a night like tonight?
That's gonna take some time to fix.
So what's wrong with it?
I don't know, maybe this, maybe that, but I fix.
Fine, fine, you fix. Look, I'm Mrs. Houston, and I live here at the hotel. You bring me the bill in the morning, okay?
Okay, I fix.
Hey, taxi! You!
Come on, Mark. Come on, Paul.
Come on, Marcia. Let's go.
Care to dance?
I don't dance.
Not a tourist in the joint. Shepherd, you have one great organization.
Well, we do try to spread sunshine and cheer.
Speaking of sunshine and cheer, what do you really think of my little Marcia? You've made your point. Real soggy blanket.
She does seem to have a problem adjusting to group activity.
Just because I shanghaied her and dragged her across the Atlantic to save her from a fate worse than death.
Like what?
Like getting married. Not that I have a grudge against getting married. I just don't approve of her choice of men.
Funny, I would expect that she would pick somebody very respectable and proper.
That's what I mean. A real stuffed shirt. Malcolm Forrest. I call him Malcolm Frost.
Care for a drink?
I don't drink.
Comes out right for me, 32.
Okay, let's put them in.
Cigarette?
I don't smoke.
Tonight that I haven't done in an age?
What?
Go for a moonlight swim.
It just so happens that on this tour you're entitled to that at no extra charge.
Well, it's a nice night for it, but,
You're going to be surprised.
that's what?
I do swim.
Oh, if I were only 20 years younger tonight. And I am.
Mrs. Houston, you are something else. But nice, nice.
But seriously, boy, something's been bugging me all evening. And I am not one to be bugged in silence. Now, it's obvious that Paul here doesn't know any more about Port Dora than we do. I'm curious...
Well, you see, Shepherd Tours, it's a worldwide organization. And Paul, well, he just transferred in from Mallorca.
Oh, now fess up, Shepherd. Not that I mind, but what's the deal, Paul? I'll bet you're just a fellow tourist that this character grabbed off the beach when he needed an extra man.
Well, you're right about one thing. I haven't been here as long as you have. But you're wrong about my being a tourist. I'm here to stay until the spirit moves me.
Doing what?
I have to be doing something?
Well, I mean, you surely don't intend to just waste your time like this.
That's the trouble with people nowadays. Everybody running around, not wasting time. Now, me, I've been saving time all my life. I've saved so much, I think it's about time I started spending some.
Here, here, another convert to the Shepherd method.
Don't either of you have any ambition?
Sure, and I'm achieving mine right now.
Right now? What are you doing?
Nothing. That's the point. No, it's not. I am living.
Here, here.
And I suppose you think everyone ought to stop whatever it is they're doing and just live.
Well, can you think of a better way to spend your life?
Yes, make sense out of it.
Now, why should life make sense?
Do you agree with that? That life shouldn't make sense?
I do not. What I'm doing right now makes perfect sense.
No, it doesn't. You're just as lazy and irresponsible and silly as he is.
Marcia's idea of sensible is named Malcolm Frost. He had his cemetery plot picked out and paid for before he proposed. There's a boy who really knows how to live.
You leave Malcolm out of it.
That's the whole idea of the trip, baby, to leave Malcolm out of it.
Good night.
Well, there goes another satisfied Shepherd customer.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Houston, but the Shepherd philosophy is part of the package.
Oh, you did fine, Boyce, just fine. You shook her up plenty. We'll continue the treatment first thing in the morning,
Riviera by day, historic landmarks.
The works, the grand tour. Now, come on, last one in is a rotten egg.
Oh, easy, Tiger. Let her get a head start. You can't make a rotten egg out of a Shepherd customer.
As the man said, must sooner or later go to pot.
And tomorrow, as the sun sinks slowly into the west, we turn our backs on Never Never Land, with its two aging Peter Pans.
And we sail back to reality, where life makes sense, right?
Right.
Mark, what brought you to Port Dora in the first place?
United States Navy, ma'am. We used to put in here for liberty. And when my hitch was up, I decided to come back one more time and say goodbye. I never got it said. I will one day.
Yeah, one of these days I'm going back home, find me a lovely, get married, have me a whole house full of kids, and live the other life.
What about you, Paul? Mark said you were a lawyer. What brought you here?
This? I was a partner in a law firm in San Francisco. I was hardworking, dependable, sensible, and with an eye always to the future. In fact, both eyes. Then, not long ago, I was crossing Market Street on my way to lunch, and I saw this penny in a crosswalk. I turned to pick it up. I felt something rush past me. A truck was roaring right over the spot I would have been if I hadn't stopped. It had gone out of control and run a red light. In other words, it suddenly hit me that everybody expects to live forever. They never stop and ask themselves, what if I only had a little more time to live? So they put off living. Now, all my life, I've been postponing it until tomorrow, or the next day, or the next. So, I sold my law partnership and decided to take the first plane for the first place I could think of, then to another and to another. And here I am.
What the devil is that?
It's a wristwatch alarm. Proud symbol of a man on schedule.
You know, Mark, you haven't escaped completely.
What?
Well, you still depend on a wristwatch, a little gadget to tell you when to do things. I left all mine in San Francisco, and with an alarm. It's downright unshepherd.
Malcolm has one just like that.
Well, what do you say, Mark? Odd or even?
Play your orange. It's as good as anything else.
I don't think I can stand to watch this. Paul? I've been thinking about what you said today. And I can understand what you did, walking away like that, I mean. But I still don't think it was the sensible thing to do.
Maybe it wasn't. I didn't stop to think. I decided I'd done too much of that. You know, I was worrying about tomorrow when I was only 16.
But isn't that better than living as if you were going to die tomorrow?
I'm not sure what I was doing back home was living at all. I guess I never took time to find out. But since I left, there's never been a moment of doubt that I was alive.
I've never had a moment of doubt that I'll start living the day I get married.
Not if you've never learned how.
Well, what have you got if you live just for today? Nothing but a lot of yesterdays.
Was that bad? At least there'll be nice, full yesterdays. Something you won't mind looking back on.
You sound awfully sure of yourself.
Do I? I'm not really.
Neither am I, Paul. Not now. I'm still not sure. Do that again? This'll make a wonderful yesterday.
I've never been happier to pay a bill. There's your fee, plus something a little extra.
Well, what's that?
You know darn well. It's the keys to that little red bomb I left on your doorstep.
Oh, what for?
Suddenly I can't wait to get home. We've canceled our sailing and we're taking the amphibian to Paris. Then it's home by jet via the North Pole. I'm leaving the bus to Shepherd Tours as a small token of my appreciation.
Mrs. Houston, speaking for Shepherd Tours Incorporated and for generations of contented customers to come, I can't tell you how much this means to me.
Then don't. I made out the ownership slip to both of you.
Both of us?
Well, Shepherd wouldn't be Shepherd without Brian.
That's true. That's absolutely true.
After all, it took two of you to bring off the miracle.
What miracle?
Don't you know?
No.
Well, Marcia popped out of bed this morning singing at the top of her voice. Happy, laughing, even civil. Naturally, I thought she was sick.
And?
She wasn't. So then I said, you're not in love. And guess what she said?
What?
She said, that's it exactly, Mother. I'm not in love. Get it?
No.
She found out last night she wasn't in love with Malcolm Frost.
Oh, did she find out that she was in love with somebody else?
No. Isn't that marvelous?
That's marvelous.
I don't know how you two boys did it, but who am I to question the Shepherd method when it gets results like that? Well, goodbye and thanks, and keep up the good work.
Oh, we'll drive you to the hotel.
No, I have some shopping to do. Besides, the amphibian doesn't leave till day after tomorrow. We'll say goodbye later. So long.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. That's quite a girl.
Yeah, both of them.
Hey, what do you say we paint something on the side of the car to make it official looking? Like, Shepherd and Brian conducted tours.
Shepherd and who?
Well, you do own half the car.
Well, howdy, ma'am. Well, this is a surprise. Didn't I just see you at the airline desk?
If that's where I just got my tickets, that's where you just saw me.
I thought you were going by boat.
So did I, but we changed our minds.
Oh, don't tell me that you went and sold that pretty little car of yours after all.
No, I found it a good home right here in Fort Door.
Oh, I see. Well, wouldn't you rather sell it? I can still give you a very good deal.
Sorry, Abe, no deal. I gave it away to a couple of very nice guys. See you in Springfield.
All right, Shepherd, you might at least check with me before taking off and... Our car. Our car! Watch it! You almost backed into the wall! I mine it and mine it! Race driver you'll never be.
Don't they have police around here?
We'll talk to them later. Right now, what I'd like to know is what those two jokers were trying to steal.
Oh. Well, may I offer a suggestion?
Sure.
They were trying to steal the car.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, why not? People steal cars every day.
Not the court door, they don't. And not American registered cars, and not ones that look like this.
Well, maybe not. But it sure looked like they were trying to steal it.
Why? Those shots they fired at us. Around here, the toughest pros only use guns. Now, you tell me, why would a pair of old pros try to steal a car that they can't drive and they can't sell?
I got an idea.
Oh, yeah, I saw the light go on. What is it?
There must have been something in the car that they wanted.
It probably still is. Sure. If they could take it out without taking the car, then why take the car?
All right. We find it, it's 50-50. Car's half mine, remember?
Well, you have at least one quality of the true shepherd man. Greed. I give up.
Me too. Something just occurred to me. I always think better on my back.
What?
Well, if we're right about why they stole the car, and if what they wanted is still in it, then they're going to steal it again.
Yeah, we can have another car standing by ready to follow them. And then get shot at again. Forget it.
Yeah. That does call for an agonizing reappraisal, doesn't it? Hey, if we follow them on bicycles, they're apt not to see us.
And vice versa. That's not exactly a slow machine.
Ever since I last saw you, I became quite a car buff. And if you can tune one up, you can tune one down.
We could have spared ourselves some trouble. They filled the tank already.
Okay, come on, I fix the ignition. Let's go. Give it the gas. Every time I give it the gas over 20 miles an hour, it cuts out this engine.
Hey, where'd you go?
thieves. They took him out of our car, didn't they? Sure. But they must have put it in there, too. That's the guy who fixed it, remember? Doesn't matter. It's our property they got. Now, you ready to go in there and take it? No. Are you ready to go in there and take it? No.
I'll make it fast. I can use a bat.
Okay.
Take the car somewhere and lose it and get up the room as soon as you can.
Now's a chance. What? The bathrooms in that hotel. Yeah. They're all down the hall. You can't take a bath with his clothes on, right? Right.
But I'm not sure those diamonds belong to us.
So I suppose you would rather let a couple of crooks have them.
Maybe there's a reward or something.
Taking the diamonds with him.
Yeah, and the gun, too. Hey, somebody's coming.
Got back pretty quick. How far away did you park it?
Far enough.
No sleep tonight. We got a delivery date to meet. We got to find ourselves another carrier.
Please, don't remind me.
You know, it's almost 5 o'clock already.
It's 5 o'clock exactly. Are we, associates?
Reward? Not only there will be no reward, but you are both extremely fortunate not to be in jail, or deported, or both, if such a thing is possible. Now, we had been counting on the tall man to lead us to the men higher up, to break this smuggling ring once and for all. Now, thanks to you, all hope of that is gone.
Well, I suppose under those circumstances, this wouldn't be a good time to report a stolen car.
Out. Out of my sight! Out!
What rotten luck. With a half a car and a half a fortune in diamonds, I would never have had to work again in my whole life.
I thought you said the Shepherd way was better than working.
Caught you, didn't I? Welcome to the firm. Now, we don't need a written contract. A handshake will be
Hey,
just...
boys! What are you doing up so early?
Well, we wanted to see what a French police station looked like before noon. What's your excuse?
The amphibian leaves in half an hour.
I'm glad you're here. We didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Goodbye, Paul. Goodbye, Mark. Good luck.
Here, I want you to have that.
Well, I couldn't take such a valuable gift. Besides, it's a man's watch.
We'll put it in the hope chest, and when you get married, you can give it to the bridegroom for a wedding present.
And if he accepts, you'll know you've made a mistake. I gave you a car, you can give me the watch. I'll have the alarm disconnected. Say, where is the Shepherd limo?
Well, it's in the garage having the oil changed.
Well, take care of her, boys, and take care of yourselves. If you're ever in Cleveland, Ohio... Oh, never mind, you won't be. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, now I don't even have a watch. What do you say, Paul? You want to join me?
For the last time, I can't join you. But I'll tell you what. I'll come back and lend you a hand whenever the spirit moves. And you can keep my half of the car. Now, is that fair enough?
It'll have to be. But you gotta answer me one question. That story about the penny. Was it for real?
More or less. A little more than less.
Come on. Let's go look for our... my car.